Hey guys, this is Comic Uno. Today I'm doing a review for Wolverine and the X-Men issue 27 AU. So this is like a one shot for Age of Ultron. But before I start talking about this issue, I just want to give you guys a little update that I have 4 reviews on DarkAvengerINC that I usually do on Comic Uno, which are Ultimate Comics Wolverine issue 3, Green Lantern New Guardians issue 19, and Vibe issue 3. And also I have an advanced review on DarkAvengerINC, which is Invincible issue 102. So if you want to go check out those reviews, just go in the description below and there'll be a link for DarkAvengerINC. So go check those out. But let's talk about Wolverine and the X-Men issue 27 AU, which is an Age of Ultron tie-in. I really like this cover. I was actually pretty excited to see where this is going. This is going into the past. That's what Wolverine and Sue is doing in the Age of Ultron. I was like, will this tie-in be good? Because the tie-ins in the past really haven't been that great. Really didn't tie into anything, and you didn't really understand why they were telling the story, and you're like, oh yeah, for money. But let's see if this was more of a moneymaker or actual tie-in. Let's see. I like the cover, but let's see if I like the story. So in this issue, we do get to see Sue and Wolverine. They go to the past, and we actually get to see that. I will show you a little part of Age of Ultron. We get to see this connection and see some stuff happen with Age of Ultron. The flying ship in Age of Ultron, this is from the Age of Ultron book, and then we get to see the flying ship in this. So it actually is a tie-in from this week's Age of Ultron, which I was very happy to see that. Because again, you don't really get to see tie-ins. You get to see moneymakers and fake tie-ins, like, oh, well, we need a tie-in somewhere. This doesn't tie in Superior Spider-Man, well, let's do it anyways. But with this, it's actually a tie-in, which I was very happy to see. So we get to see them flying their vintage hovercraft. And then Wolverine and Sue have to decide, do they kill Ant-Man? And that's something they decide, and something we get to see in Age of Ultron. Again, a really good tie-in. And then Sue sees the past that one of the S.H.I.E.L.D. hideouts, that's mostly what this issue is them going to a S.H.I.E.L.D. hideout, and they're seeing all the old Avengers. Really, they're tracking them. Sue's like, this is a little weird. And then they even track the Fantastic Four, and Sue has to think about that fact, because Sue's really thinking more morality here, and really saying, oh, what do I do? Do I kill Ant-Man? Do I not? They did kill, you know, these Ultrons did kill my family. What do I do? Do I want my family to die? You know, again, because they have to go back to the present, and will the family die without Ant-Man making the Ultrons? So really that's the whole story in this issue, really leading up to what happens in Age of Ultron, and seeing kind of missing, you know, the missing pieces. And Sue deciding, hey, I have changed in my life, and maybe this is the right thing to do, and maybe I'll change again to protect the present. And that's what happens in this issue. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, it is a tie-in. It tells you what happens during these times of what we didn't see in Age of Ultron. That's what a tie-in should do. And it gives us the missing pieces. And honestly, that's what I'm interested in with Age of Ultron, is Sue and Wolverine. That's such a weird team-up, and I really like that in this issue, was that team-up. But there's also some things I didn't like about this issue. It's a good tie-in for Age of Ultron, but was it the best tie-in? Not really. Not a lot happened in this issue, so that's kind of, you know, a disappointment. I think it's good for character development, which tie-ins really should be, because the main things are going to happen in the Age of Ultron book. You're not going to get revelations. More, you're going to see why these characters are doing these things, and that's why I think it was a good tie-in. And one thing I did not like in this issue was some of the dialogue. And I'll name one of these things, and tell me if Wolverine would say this. So Sue's saying, this car's going to make it all the way there, right? Because she's like, oh, it's an old car. And then Wolverine says, sure, these old cars are beasts. Beast. Yeah, that's... If I can zoom into it, I will. Hold on. I don't know if you guys can see it, but... there. Beast. Would Wolverine say that? I mean, like, you hear, you know, people say that, you know, I would say it's not really a popular word to say, but it's some sort of slang that some people do say, but not a lot of people say anymore. But yeah, that's beast. It's kind of awkward to say. But I guess depending on the person who's saying it. But would Wolverine say, that is beast? No. And that's what kind of, that was the first page you're reading, too. First page you're reading, and you're hearing, that's beast. So I was really out of character for Wolverine, so that kind of annoyed me in that first issue, and that was just one little thing that annoyed me. But, Other than that, it's an okay issue. The dialogue is pretty okay, but that was just very out of character for Wolverine, so I thought I would point that out for you guys if you didn't notice. But again, I thought it was a pretty okay issue. For a tie-in, it's pretty good, especially for Age of Ultron tie-in. This has been the best tie-in. It's a pretty good story, and I do like to team up with Sue and Wolverine. I like seeing more of that. So I'm going to give this a 3.5. I thought it was a pretty good issue. You know, it's hard to give it a 4 or 3.5. You know, I'm leaning towards both of those grades, but I'm going to give this a 3.5. That's why I first gave it. But, you know, talking about this, it really isn't that bad of an issue. Again, it's a really good tie-in for this event, and one of the better tie-ins, because I've really been disappointed with these tie-ins. But it's actually worth it. You know, it's like one of those tie-ins like, alright, this is for the story. So I am going to give this 3.5. I think you should pick it up, even though there's some things in this issue that aren't perfect. But it's a pretty good issue. You know, you don't expect things to happen, but if you like these two characters, you like them teaming up in this, you want to see more, I would pick this up. So yeah, I would pick it up again if I had to. So 3.5, and guys, don't forget to follow me on Twitter for Comic Uno and the Rad Situations, and I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.